be hosting.
What a story that would be. Let's go racing here in Pro Sport. Jesse Flock going to grab the whole shot in the 67, but quickly Jet Lawrence challenging him around the outside. Bale Helmet's whole shot award to Flock. Can he hold Lawrence off? Jet Lawrence not wasting any time, Mega.
Wow, holy cow. Jet Lawrence using that hump right there, put the wheels to the ground. Look at this, though, making a run back at him. Jesse Flock not wanting to let him go. All leaders going to the inside right now. Lawrence able to hold that position, though, as he closes the door on Flock. Up and over that anthill right there. Here we go. It's all about the 49 early in this one. Jesse Flock riding the rear wheel, trying to make a run at him right now. Knows he can set himself up to the inside, but is going to try to slingshot around. Jesse Flock drags a leg right there, slows him down a good bit through that deep sand, gives Lawrence a bit of advantage. Right now, uncorking that big triple, it's the number 67 machine of Jesse Flock, and he's really trying to make a run at it. But right now, Lawrence has a rider in between him and Flock. I'm going to believe that's Marcus Phelps on the 35 machine. The number 49 up and over that rocky mountain, out into the little shadows here down below the tree. But right now, it's all about Jet Lawrence. Jet Lawrence over that cake slice into the middle, and look at this. We have a battle on our hands. That is the number 35 of Marcus Phelps in there, and he's bringing it right now with the number 67, Jesse Flock. Oh, a big mistake right there. A big dab by that number 35 of Marcus Phelps.
Man, Phelps not messing around, taking that second place away. Thank you, Rodney. He is up to second and trying to keep Lawrence in sight, and he is. Marcus Phelps wants to make a name for himself out here, going after the factory rider. And look at Flock around the outside trying to come back. Good battle for second.
Absolutely. And I tell you, when I take a look at Flock's technique, awesome to watch this guy go inside, outside, trying to use this track, trying to find the smooth lines. And sure enough, this guy not able to really make any distance on Lawrence.
Hey, Rodney reporting to us that Pierce Brown is down and hurt off the side of the racetrack. No. He says he wants back on. Wow, this kid is tough as nails. Came in with some serious injuries, broken shoulder blade. So Pierce Brown goes down on the triple after the finish line. Good eyes there, Rodney. They picked up the bike, and there he is getting back on. He is in some serious pain, but he waved them off. They were going to push the bike back to the pits, and he said, no, I'm going back out.
Man, and he is aggravated, just pounding his thigh right there. And you're right, that guy's in some pain, but he's also frustrated, and the internal pain right now, so mental. Number 67, though, Jesse Flock, relentless right here, bringing the heat early in this one. We just look at this, not intimidated, no, says, I want up front. That's where I need to be. Move. Oh, no! Tries to put a move on. Luckily, doesn't go down. Taps wheels with Lawrence, and normally that's bad news for the guy who taps.
Yeah, you hit his back wheel with your front. Normally you're going down. It cost Flock one position, but how about Flock getting right back to Lawrence, who's been one of the fastest riders this week?
Impressive top three, and you know Marcus Phelps in this thing as well. And impressed with Phelps right now. Extremely wise line choices that guy's making.
And now we're hearing Joe Shimoda. We're trying to find him. He was sixth at the end of the previous lap. But now we're hearing reports he might be out of the race also. We'll keep the radar out for Shimoda. We've already lost Pierce Brown.
Really disappointing after Pierce Brown. Now Joe Shimoda, two big names in this class, two big names here at the ranch period. And both key players not going to be factors in the final.
And I do not see Jalik Swoll either anywhere inside the top 15. So what is going on with this Pro Sport class? Only one man has been consistent through every moto in 250 Pro Sport. It's Jet Lawrence. He's looking at 1-2-1 moto scores if it ends this way. And he doesn't have to beat these KTM riders that are challenging him right now, Phelps or Flock, because they've had their struggles earlier in the week also.
Yeah, my goodness, Weege. Got caught up.
The 35 of Phelps missed the rut.
Gee whiz. Got caught up in everything and forgot about Swoll. To be honest with you, I did. I got caught up in it. And
well, Swoll, as the moto scores go, not really a title factor in this class.
No. And, you know, disappointing to him, but he's going to focus on the classes where he is a factor. And right now, knew he wanted to get up here and prove a point, but right now I'm not seeing him inside the top 15.
Wheeling into the bumps. this two-pack, Phelps and Flock. They've gone back and forth a couple of times. Phelps on the number 35. He is out of Cairo, Georgia. No surprise. A lot of riders here train and ride in that area. Oh, wow, did you see that? Pierce Brown is back on the racetrack.
He's on the throttle, too, dude. He's not just back
Wow.
on the racetrack. He's back to race speed. Look at this right here, right in front of us, Jason Wygant. Bringing
what
the
a line
fight.
there. Did you see that?
Bringing the fight, dude.
Yeah. Came from outside all the way back to the inside. Now side by side, Flock makes the pass on Phelps. What a battle. That's probably the third time they passed each other.
Wow. It doesn't get any better than this. Here we go into championship rounds, and we're going to have a battle to the end. Using that big inside turn right there, Phelps not able to get it done. Flock riding a smart race. The guy's riding extremely defensive, to be quite honest with you, and almost having eyes in the back of his head. Phelps knows that, or I'm sorry, Flock knows what's going on right now, and Phelps just has to find a way to make or to secure that position and concentrate on that battle.
So you're watching the 35 of Phelps still holding on right behind Flock. But here comes the battle. Hardy Munoz, who's been very strong this week in the 74, and Grant Harlan on the 11. They are 4th and 5th on a run. You got Mashburn, Hal Payne 7th, Carson Mumford 8th, Lance Kobush 9th, Tyson Johnson, or as they call him, Chicken Little. That's your top 10. Wyatt Lyon Smith 11th, Colton Eigenman 12th. Josh Boaz 13th, Slater Colby is 14th, and Dylan Greer rounds out your top 15 7 minutes into a 20-minute plus 2-lap battle. So Lawrence has a ginormous points lead right now, but if disaster were to strike, the rider that's actually second in points right now is Hardy Munoz, who is looking at 3.44 Moto scores for second overall.
Wow.
So it would take a disaster for Lawrence, but we've seen it happen.
Oh, we've seen disaster this week, let alone in the past. We know anything can happen here at the ranch. And I can tell you one thing you don't want to do is put all your chips on one number here at the ranch.
Nope. Well, we've seen bike problems in Moto 3 or
Sure.
crashes. So Jet Lawrence got to try to bring this one home. This battle really heating up. Now we got Carson Mumford on the 22. He's on the radar. He's battling it out with, is that Hal Payne? Yes, it is. 7th and 8th. They're closing in on that man, the number 11, Grant Harlan. Parker Mashburn in the fight as well on the 34. Man, starts have been so inconsistent for most of the riders this week, except for Jet Lawrence. Mumford has shown great speed all week on the 22. Hal Payne, I think, had a good start in one moto and even led it for a bit. Lance Kobush on the 99 in there. Great racing, but far too often the faster riders are coming from the back this week.
Yeah, Jesse Flock. I watched Jesse coming around Marcus Phelps right at the end of lap number 3. He made the pass. As soon as they crossed the finish line and moved into that second place position, he posted up a 152.9, which was about 0.2 of a second faster than Lawrence's 153.1 there. But another rider riding in that 152 range right now that we're keeping an eye on is back here in this 6th place position, Parker Mashburn. Carson Mumford right behind him in 7th, and then also Lance Kobush back in the number 9 spot. So we should expect to see some more changes over the next lap or so in this 250 Pro Sport class, Jason.
Well, you called it, Rodney. There is Kobush on that 99, the Suzuki RM Army, moving forward. Great battle right now between Mashburn, Hal Payne, and Kobush. Slipping in front of them, Mumford trying to work his way through on the 22. Mumford briefly had passed Jet Lawrence earlier this week, but then went down. And we know Shimoda was able to take the measure of Lawrence. There's Mumford going around the outside, and he beats Grant Harlan to the spot. And that'll move Mumford up to 5th. So again, we've seen riders with the speed to challenge Jet Lawrence, but they have not started consistently, and they've had crashes. Lawrence has been aces in all categories, fast and smart and consistent, and he's also gotten a start in every moto.
Jet Lawrence around now for 5 laps complete, a 152.7 that time. Jesse Flock, 2nd, 3rd. Marcus Phelps checking in. Flock with a 154. We see the gap now at 5 seconds. So that push we were looking for not necessarily happening, but what's happening is Marcus Phelps is closing back up on Flock. So we're about ready to see that battle heat back up. Munoz in 4th, Mumford up to the number 5 spot, as we pointed out. Parker Mashburn 6th, Grant Harlan 7th, Carter Halpayne 8th, Kobush still 9th, Tyler Johnson rounding out the top 10.
Here's the big man, the 34, Parker Monster Mashburn, working his way forward. Same thing, man. Mashburn had one moto, I believe, where he got a good start, and he ran up front and led some laps. but everyone has also had their share where they've had to come from the back. I get it in the first motos where you have the random gate pick. But in Moto 3, when you're coming in with the top, oh, somebody goes down, tipping over into the 10 Commandments. First motos, you see bad starts from even the fastest riders.
Sure.
Sometimes they end up at gate 39 or 41. That is,
no.
Oh, Phelps. Marcus Phelps, who is running third.
Oh.
Well, that's going to be costly. He's back on the motorcycle, but probably got passed by 10 riders.
Yeah, that's a problem there. Didn't give up a ton of time, but gave up a ton of positions, you know. And we saw last moto, gave up 13 seconds, but no position for Walston. So, man, big bummer, though. Phelps, I just got done commenting how solid he was. You know, how well he was using the track, and the track bit him.
Yeah, Phelps and Flock were having great motos. Woo. Flock, as you pointed out, not letting our leader off the hook. Neither is Mumford. He is going after Munoz. He wants to take over fourth. This might even affect the overall for the week. Yeah, Mumford needs to pass Munoz and then get a few positions between them. He could potentially move to second overall, and he wants it. Woo!
Monster launch into the Polysport Beach turn, and sure enough, look at this. That number 22, Carson Mumford, going around the outside trying to make the slingshot. Can he get around Munoz? Side by side up and over that triple, Jason.
Mumford, for all that work, Munoz still able to hold him off. Munoz has been tough this week, man. You get behind that guy, it's not riding a wide bike, it's not riding dirty. He just stays in the right line and makes you work for it.
Dude, that guy's like golden gloves, dude. He'll take on any challengers. You know, you punch him in the face 3 or 4 times and he won't go down.
No,
you know?
We've seen it every moto, and that's why Munoz is potentially in position to be second overall. Wait, I'm looking at the screen here. Where is Lawrence? We've lost him on timing and scoring. We have lost Jet Lawrence. No. Is Jet Lawrence? Jet Lawrence has not come around. Where is your race leader? We have lost Jet Lawrence on timing and scoring. We'll see if we can find him on camera. What has happened to our race leader and our potential overall champion?
Holy shnikes, we're sitting here talking about Flock, Munoz, and sure enough, we have lost the leader right now. Shows he is outside of the top 15 right now.
Currently, if he checks in, would be 19th, and he just got pushed back to 24th. He's pushing his bike to the mechanics area right now as he continues the drop. He's 26th, he's 27th, he's 28th. As each bike goes by, Jet Lawrence falls in position, so his hopes and dreams for a championship go by the wayside, and all of a sudden, Jesse Flock and Hardy Munoz are top runners.
Jet Lawrence's bike is broken.
And you had just got done saying it. Anything can happen and will happen, and here we are in the pits.
Unreal. So now Jesse Flock can control the moto. I mentioned Mumford just passed Munoz. That will help him, but he needs to shove 4 riders between he and Munoz to win the title, or Hardy Munoz will have it. Are there even 4 positions left for grabs? Mumford's in third. I don't know. If Mumford could go 2-8-1, that'd be 11 points. That's still not enough. He's going to need Munoz to move backwards. Who could help? Maybe Parker Mashburn, Carter Hallpayne. Those are the riders. If they pass Munoz, who's there on the 74, and Mumford wins the moto, which is going to be tough.
Wow, those are some conditions.
Jet Lawrence, I cannot believe this.
I'm stunned. I'm almost, Megawatt is almost speechless, to be quite honest with you. Had the thing on cruise control, had the thing on lock, and then a mechanical apparently. So no injury. It didn't look like a big crash. So apparently a mechanical coming into play.
Right now, Carson Mumford at the mercy of Parker Mashburn, who is 2 seconds behind Hardy Munoz in that number 3 spot, turning about a second of faster lap. But again, you know, hey, with 14 minutes down now in this one, still 6 minutes to go, we know that these riders oftentimes this week have been saving themselves for the latter part of these motos. So who knows what these last few laps are going to be bringing us, Jason.
Well, yeah, look at this cavalry here. Kobush on the 99 Suzuki, Hallpayne on the 28, the Yamaha, Grant Harlan, the number 11, the Honda, and Mashburn. They're all lurking back there. If Munoz makes a mistake, he could get swallowed up quick.
Kids that are watching this race, Jesse Flock in his example of perseverance. Jesse Flock right now pushing 110%. Jet Lawrence having a huge lead in this one, having a substantial lead, but Jesse Flock right now your leader due to the circumstance and putting himself in a good position and not giving up.
Hallpayne's going backwards here, man. He just doesn't look very aggressive on that number 28. He's going to lose another spot. No, he just holds off Kobush. And the real beneficiary there is Munoz, because if any of these riders in this pack start to fade, that's one less rider to challenge Munoz and potentially cost him the title. I got to assume at this point the word's out that Munoz is in position. Maybe he knows, maybe he doesn't.
And I can tell you,
We'll just, all right. Well, hey, we're back here. So I was going to say, I'm not sure. Does Munoz know? Has he gotten a pit board to say, look, man, suddenly the title could be yours? And watch out, because the 11 and the 99 are coming. They're not going to give up.
you have to believe the math has been done. You have to believe he's seen the pit board with the two-lap card out. And holy cow, now it's pressure cooker time. Now the heat is on, Jason.
Unreal. We don't just hype it up down here at the ranch. We mean it, man. Anything can happen, and it did. Jet Lawrence absolutely had this title. He was looking at a 1-2-1 score and a huge points lead because everyone else had been inconsistent. And the next thing you know, he's seen pushing his bike back to the pits.
One of those crazy Loretta stories that we're going to be talking about for quite some time, man.
Yep, that one will haunt his dreams for a long, long time. We've seen it. I remember, I think it happened with Jason Anderson once, Kyle Chisholm.
Yeah. Yep.
Completely in control. Now, wow, Grant Harlan, did you see the run and the drive he got going into Storyland? He's doing everything he can to hold off Kobush. That's 5th and 6th. Mashburn 4th. Munoz 3rd. Mumford 2nd. Does Mumford have time to go after Flock for the Moto win?
Man, going to be tough. I can tell you, running just about a second quicker, running out of time quickly. Going to have one lap here in just a moment. 2-lap card is out, I believe. And Mumford, his enemy right now is time. Has the speed, track position, and time going to kill him.
Carter Hallpayne is back. He got passed by the 99 at Kobush, and now he's right back challenging him. 2 to go, and there's your leader, Jesse Flock. As far as the title is concerned, not going Flock's direction. 11th in the second moto really hurt him. He's looking at 5:11.1, which would be 3rd overall. Mumford needs 2 positions. He's got to get Flock, and there he is in 2nd. He's got 2 laps to try to get Flock, and then he's got to hope that one rider passes Munoz. That could maybe be Parker Mashburn. If that happens, the title is Mumford's. But right now, Munoz looking good.
So basically a lap and a half here, Jason. They just took the 2-lap card. As they come around, they'll have the 1-lap card. So we're talking about maybe 2.5 minutes here where we're at a time to make something happen right now for Carson Mumford, and going to need a little luck along the way.
How much does Mumford have left? He actually was a little bit closer a few corners ago. Flock rising to the occasion.
Dude, you got to believe right now it's all on the table. These guys are spent right now. 1 lap to go, hanging on for half a lap. But who's got the most in the tank? Who's going to have a little luck on their side?
All right, lap and a half to go. I'll head to the podium. We got to handle some championship hardware. Mega, you take us home. I don't even know what to say. This is, well, that's what it's all about here in the 3-moto format, man.
You better believe it, the fairest system in all of motorsports, and you're seeing it right here today in full effect. Jason Wygant going to make his way down to the podium right now. Jason and Rodney, as a matter of fact, going to make their way down, going to set that podium up, going to start handing out the big hardware. But holy cow, what a change of events right here. Jet Lawrence, the early leader in this one, taking command right away, starting to put a little bit of time on the field. And then the next thing you know, we're watching the battle between Mumford and Munoz, watching Carter Hallpayne come up through Lance Kobush in that 6th spot now. And all of a sudden, Jet Lawrence disappeared off of the scene, back into the pits he goes, crushing his hopes of a 1-1 here, or I'm sorry, crushing his hopes of going to the championship. And sure enough, it's all about the number 67 right now, Jesse Flock. Lap number 10, white flag, I believe, is out right now. Final lap for the 67, 22, Carson Mumford, about 5 seconds behind. Hardy Munoz, he's 4 seconds behind Mumford, so it's going to be a little bit of a stretch right now for Carson Mumford. Going to need a little luck, not going to really be able to close that distance here in 1 lap. So Flock, Mumford, Munoz looking like a potential podium for us right now. Flock, Mumford, and Munoz. Mashburn in that 4th spot. Kobush rides in 5th. Carter Hallpayne in the 6th position. Grant Harlan rides in 7th. Marcus Phelps in the 8th spot. Tyler Johnson rides in 9th. And Colton Ingerman in the number 10 spot. Wyan Lyonsmith rides in 11th. Vinny LaHoovie Jr. looks like he's going to be in that number 12 spot. Dylan Greer rides in 13th. Joshua Boaz in the 14th spot, and Slater Colby going to round out the top 15 as we're on our final lap here, just a little over 20 minutes. Taking a look at the number 67, Jesse Flock, through that beach one more time. KTM kicking around just a bit. He takes a quick look over his shoulder to make sure exactly where he's at, gives a little head shake, comes down into the final few corners here, up and over that cake slice, makes his way into the sandy beach berms of the Polysport Pond, down into this final left-hander. Just has to get through there clean, not make any mistakes right now, just about 50 yards through, and here it is, Jesse Flock making it happen. Wow, Jesse Flock, great ride right there. Rolls that bike up onto the podium. We're going to get with Rodney and Weege. Weege going to take care of the podium. Rodney assisting down there, helping set things up. Want to take a quick minute and send a shout out to one of my sponsors back in West Virginia. That's RG's Almost Heaven Harley Davidson. Those guys supporting me, giving me plenty of time to hang out with you guys, do what I need to do. Always good with following up, and good to see our Harley brethren who ride motocross with us, supporting us, watching RacerTV all week, as you can do as well. So RJ Brandenburg, Smitty, all the guys up there, Huck Love at RG's Almost Heaven Harley Davidson. Appreciate you guys for hanging in there with us.
Okay, everybody. Well, one of the wilder finales you'll have in a championship scenario, and lots of celebrating to do. I need to get Jesse back up here. Let's do this real quick, because we got so much to get to, and we certainly want to make sure the Moto win gets well recognized, because he had to earn it, man. There were championship implications, so everybody was digging deep, but he was able to hold them all off. Yeah, look at how proud this crew is to take this Moto win. We've heard a lot about Jesse Flock and his speed, and he delivered with a big Moto win. Let's hear it for our final Moto winner, Jesse Flock. Hang on up here, folks. Hang out. All good. All right, Jesse, move over to here to the middle a little bit. First of all, you didn't let Jet Lawrence go, man. You kept him in sight. You and Marcus Phelps, a great battle. I know he had bike problems, but you earned it, dude. You rode really well.
Yeah, I got the whole shot. Lawrence got around me really quick, and I just thought to myself, I'm not going to let it go that easy. So I pushed him, made some mistakes, let Marcus get by me, and passed Marcus back. I noticed Lawrence had some bike issues, and that sucks because, man, he was ripping, and I was trying my heart out, and it was a good moto.
How good does it feel in maybe the toughest class here at Loretta's to get the gold?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, half these kids have factory rides, and I'm just my dad. That's it. But I'm just grateful for the opportunity. So thanks to everybody.
That is amazing. Who else do you want to thank, Jesse?
My mom, my dad, my whole family for being here. My sister, my girlfriend, Fox Racing, Moto Sandbox, Red Dog MX Academy, Monster. Once again, my dad, he just put so much into this. And Dunlop tires, and that's about it.
Let's grab that gold one more time. Go hold that thing up and be proud. Mom and Dad got to be stoked on this. A gold medal for Jesse Flock. We'll let them take some pictures. We'll be ready in a moment to bring the number 74 machine on up, and that will be your championship winner. But I'm going to get the number 22 Honda rider first. So Carson Mumford ended up with an outside shot at the title, coming through traffic after Jet Lawrence went out. He did everything he could to try to win the Moto. Ends up second, and I believe he'll be second overall in the championship as well. But a great ride through traffic for Carson Mumford. And if we could bring up the number 74 bike, bring up the number 74. We'll talk to Carson right here, but we need to bring up the championship motorcycle. Carson, stand right here, man. Dude, you gave it everything you had. I don't know if you even knew where the points were, but you sure wanted to win the race.
Yeah, I'm just out there to win as much motos as I can. I haven't done it yet, so I got one more chance to do it. I got off to another terrible start, and I was like, man, I'm going to get my work cut out for me for sure. Went off the track a few times the first lap, tried to get back on, then I was just clicking dudes off, and then all of a sudden my pit board said P2. I'm like, there's no way. Like, how did I get all the way up here? So, yeah, I'm just stoked to get second overall, and hopefully this next moto I can kill it again.
Who do you want to thank, Carson?
First off, big shout out to Jay Whipple, Ziggy at Factory Connection, my mechanic Kyle and Matt. You guys helped me out a ton, so thanks guys. And Josh, you guys are awesome. M12 Factory Connection Honda, Shane, 100%, Shift, Fox, Atlas, Alpine Stars, X Dubai, just my off-the-bike trainer Peter, Russ, my sister Talon, Mom and Dad. Thanks guys, I couldn't be up here without you, so I'll try to get back up here again.
Carson Mumford, everybody, second place in 250 Pro Sport. And now we bring the number 74 up. Let's bring it on up. Celebrate a bronze medal, but it can't feel any better than this, because this bronze is going to unlock the number 1 plate. And that's what it's all about in the 3-moto format. Anything can happen. And when it does, you got to put yourself in position. And that's what this man did. Every moto, every time we saw Hardy Munoz in a battle, he dug deep, he fought for it. Every time he was in a battle, he dug deep, he fought for his positions. Every position counted in the end. And that is why he is your national champion in 250 Pro Sport, Hardy Munoz. And the bronze in the moto, and that was really the key. Oakley's going to give a set of sunglasses to a female in his family. Could be mom, girlfriend, sister, whatever. I'll give you that. Okay, look, this is what it came down to. Every single moto I felt you were in this week, anytime you were challenged for position, you fought for it, you fought for it, you fought for it, and that made the difference. You were consistent in 3 motos.
Yeah, well, the track was really rough this morning, and it was rough and smooth, soft, and I got a good start, trying to do the best I can, and well, I'm trying to be consistent on trying to be in the top 10, top 5, and nothing. I'm happy with my first place.
Did you know, did you get a pit board? Did you know about the championship at all? Did you know that?
I didn't know. I just push, trying to do the 20 minutes fast as I can, and trying to hold on my bike, don't crash, don't do mistakes, and nothing.
So did you not know until you crossed the finish line that you won?
I didn't know. I just see Matt Walker's come and hook me, and he say, "You won," and I say, "What?" And I was so happy. I can't tell you how happy I am.
All right, and I'm sure a lot of people helping you out. Who do you want to thank for this championship?
I want to thank every people at Moto X, Matt Walker, Timmy Vador, Justin, and I want to thank EVR Performance. He gave me a really good bike, it's fast, it's good suspension. I want to thank Monster Energy, Fox, 100%, Mobius, and I want to thank everybody here who's watching this. And I want to clap for everybody. Whoa.
Yeah, all right. And we got one more thing to clap about, because I'm going to bring Alex Hunter. We'll get you from the AMA to hand over the number 1 plate. Go ahead.
And I want to thank my family. They worked hard for me. They trying to give me everything they have. And my girlfriend, he was here helping me with the food, with the water. He stayed right there with me. And my mom, my dad, my sister, they stay at Chile. And nothing. Thanks, everybody.
Incredible, incredible. Let's bring Alex Hunter for the American Motorcyclists Association to the podium to hand out the number 1 plate. Ladies and gentlemen, your 250 Pro Sport champion for 2019, Hardy Munoz.
Woo. Great job, Hardy. That's for sure, buddy. Amazing race. Way to get things kicked off into championship.